Hello, my name is Robert McMurray, and I used to be a background actor in Los Angeles for a little over a decade until my life went downhill when Australians stole my identity and framed me for a crime I didn't commit. I had a good lawyer who basically proved my innocence after 2 years of fighting, and basically in a back room someplace, they got her to confess to framing me. And yeah, so I have mixed emotions about it because it was a tough road fighting for 2 years. And when I was initially arrested, I lost everything I ever owned. The only thing I had left was wherever I was arrested with, like my cell phone, my wallet, and everything else. She wiped my bank account clean, transferred every cent. Like the day I was arrested, after I was arrested, she did a transfer of everything on my account into an unknown account. So, but lucky for me, after she did that, she never logged in again, and I had some checks deposited in my account, which saved my account, and I did have some money. But yeah, it took 2 years to prove my innocence. And I also had terrible, terrible credit when it was all over. And after that, I was just depressed and everything, to the point where I finally left Los Angeles and first went to Texas and to Indiana to just give up. That was way over a decade ago, all that happened, and it's about time for me to get over it. So I'm trying to get back into the field. And the first step is I currently live in a 2-bedroom apartment in Newcastle, Indiana. And I want to continue my job here, while from time to time go to like Chicago, go to Cincinnati, go to Kentucky and Tennessee to work on different jobs. And who knows, I might finally get a union job or some lines. Step one, right now, for my main job, I use a 2009 Toyota Prius, but with all the problem I had in Los Angeles living in my 93 Ford Explorer, I'm not planning on living in my Toyota Prius or living in the cargo van, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. I basically, I just basically wanted to like stay in it overnight from time to time when I'm on these different jobs. Like, let's say I go to Chicago, work on a job for 1 or 2 days, and then I'm too tired to come home, or I have to leave extra early to be at the job at like 6 a.m. I don't want to get up at midnight or anything and start driving. I want to leave maybe the previous day in the afternoon, drive almost there, and maybe stay at a rest and ride location or a truck stop or something, then get up and then go the rest of the way. The Toyota Prius will be too uncomfortable to stay in for multiple days. If it's just for 1 day and I don't need that much, like maybe casual clothes and everything, I probably could put the clothes up front and everything and all that good stuff. But if it's for like a job that works multiple days or something, with the light that comes through the window, which is a problem I had with my Explorer and everything, I kept getting woken up because I picked a bad spot to park, and the sun was waking me up when I didn't want to wake up, and other things. Plus I'd be a little too afraid of someone like walking by and see me asleep in the back and everything, I will basically feel comfortable and get a peaceful night's sleep in a cargo van compared to the Prius if I need to sleep in it for multiple days. And driving home is like a 5-hour drive or more. If it's like a 2-hour drive, I might consider just driving home and everything. And it all depends on like call times and other details. Yeah, and then like I said, I'll just come home, switch out vehicles, and work my regular job until I get booked on something else. And yeah, and once I get the cargo van, I will measure everything, look at square footage, and plan it out. I would like to do a series of videos of me doing this, and there'll be a slight chance that I might have to work while in the process. So like say I might get the floors done, and then all of a sudden, and some of the insulation done, and then all of a sudden get booked in, let's say, Chicago or someplace. So then I might just have to put the mattress in and do that job, and then come back to Newcastle to do a little bit more work and a little bit more, because it won't be cheap. So far, I've been looking online at these different ideas of what other people did to see what I want to do and what I want and don't want. I don't necessarily need a bathroom or toilet or anything, because when I was in Los Angeles, I always parked near 24-hour fast food restaurants or the hospital, and just like walk into the ER, use the bathroom, and then leave, and everything. So, and there's also rest stops where it has restrooms and everything else. I might consider adding on a sink like some other people did, and everything. Well, like a little water system, and then fill up the water from time to time when it's getting low, just to wash up and everything. Like if I am a zombie again, to get all the fake blood and everything off of me. Yeah, and then of course, like let's say I get booked in a city that I really wanted to visit and everything. I'm not just going to go up there to do the job and then not look around. So I might do the job one day and then look around, sightsee another day. Like let's say if I get booked in Detroit, Michigan, I might want to visit a car museum. Or if there's an event there, like a convention or something that I would like to visit, I might just do that. So basically, if I start doing jobs and I don't have the van yet, I will put like a sleeping bag in the back of my Prius and everything else, and just try to deal with it. And then I will also like to put a few cameras out, like say if I get pulled over and everything, and just have a like record of like the whole conversation and everything, because I was hassled several times by Los Angeles Police Department and everything. I do want a solar panel on top and everything else, because I do want a TV that would double as a computer monitor, so I could go online, book myself other items, update like my demo reel and everything else. Well, I have to use a cargo van and not a truck or anything, because it has to fit in a normal parking spot for these different jobs. And plus some of the bigger cities, like I say Chicago, I don't want to have a tough time finding a parking spot. Like let's say if I want to get a bite to eat someplace or anything like that, I could just park in a normal parking spot, leave it, go eat, shop, wherever, go look at the museum, and not worry about where I had to park it. And then I could cover up the main windshield with something, and and then sleep back there. Don't insulate the walls. Maybe get a little portable AC unit for the summer and a little portable heater for winter. And and then just depending on the weather situation and the jobs, pack accordingly. Like, take what outfits I need to, and maybe take a few extras just in case if I get booked on a second job in the same city, I have backup outfits for that other job. And then wherever I don't take, I'll leave in my apartment in Newcastle. And just be comfortable. I might consider, depending on the power situation and everything, I'll see how much power everything uses, and and maybe get a mini refrigerator, because unlike California, which I had the one solar panel and a battery, I'm going to try to have multiple solar panels and multiple batteries. And my Ford Explorer, one battery with one solar panel was more than enough to power on my 19-inch TV every night, so I could watch the news, relax, and maybe even charge up my cell phone and everything. And I'm going to try to arrange it so, like, let's say I get home and everything, and I'm home for like 2 or 3 days, and I can plug in the van to make sure the batteries are fully charged before I go on my next trip to my next job and everything. If the job is in the state of Indiana, like, let's say less than 2 hours drive, then I would definitely take the Prius. And if it's only one day and everything, not multiple days. Yeah, so I'm going to just handle everything day by day, job by job basis. I'm not looking necessarily for a handout. I'm looking for a used cargo van at a low price. Or if you just have one sitting around that you just want to get rid of, I'll take it and everything. I'm thinking about, there's certain colors that casting industries do not want your vehicles to be if they use your vehicles as a picture car. Like, let's say in a parking lot or something. So I'm thinking I might paint mine like a bluish color, or just to be on the safe side. So yeah, paint it, put solar panels on, figure out a couple of good spots for cameras. And then, like, let's say if I hear a knocking at the door, I don't want to just open the door and get robbed. I want to see who's knocking. And if it's a police officer, open it. But if it's if it looks like someone who wants to rob or something, be able to jump in the driver's seat and call the cops if need be. But yeah, this is what I think I want to do. And I might post some videos like life on the road and everything, and building the van and going to these different jobs. Of course, most of these jobs will have you sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, so I won't give out too much information. Like, I might not say the name of I won't say like the name of the movie or TV show, or say what happened. I might say like I was a lawyer, or I was just some guy in the park, or something like that, and everything, and yeah, just have some fun, like I did in Los Angeles before my identity was stolen and I lost 2 years of my life. So yeah, if you guys want to help out on my goal and my dream, great. Otherwise, I'm going to try to work as much as I can now on my primary job to get overtime and everything, and maybe try to get some book on some items and get the van somewhat over a long period of time. Well, until next time, this is Robert McMurray, over and out.